There is something I have noticed over the year as a poultry farmer and I want to share with you. So if you are a poultry farmer watching me right now, either a beginner, an intermediate or a pro, please do well to watch this video to the end and put in your perspective in the comments. And if you are watching this video, please check the comment. There might be something there that will help you from other pro poultry farmers. So I have learned over the years that reason why people face or farmers face challenges in the poultry space is not because of disease. One, it is because of mindset, and secondly, it is because of fear. Let's start with fear. Lot of beginners in poultry farming or even those who are now intermediate still have this fear down till this point that poultry farming business is risky. Yes, it is really risky. But if we are to look at the risk part of the business, is there any business in this lifetime that doesn't have a risk? You living as a human being, succeeding every day or being able to succeed one day, crossing to the next day, is by the grace of God. So we live every day in risk. So is there any business in this lifetime or is there any business that is existing that doesn't have a risk? No. So they come into this business with the mindset or with the fear of poultry farming business. Oh, my chickens will die, my chicken will die. And because of this they've had before entering the business, it is now subconsciously affecting them in the business. The average poultry farmer who is receiving his or her day old chicks have this fear. For example, if they are supposed to receive their birds in 2 minutes and the birds is not yet received, you see a lot of panicking. Ah, how am I sure these birds are not going to die? How am I sure this is not going to affect them? How am I sure this is not going to do A and B? So this is what is affecting poultry farmers. Because of this fear, they accept every knowledge that comes their way. Everything they are being taught, they accept it. They are afraid. They don't want to make this mistake. They don't want to lose. They don't want to pass through what will help them to grow better. You see a situation where farmer A will be discussing with farmer B, and farmer B will just say, I used this so and so drugs last time. Use this for your pets. That same farmer A will go to, as he or she is going, he will meet farmer C and say, farmer C, what do I need to do? Farmer C will say, oh, I used that other drugs last time and it made my birds to grow well. Then to go to farmer D again and so and so. Everything that is sold out to you, you believe as a poultry farmer just because of this fear. You do not even understand the knowledge that will help you again. You don't even know the truth. Everything that is sold to you, you just accept being it because of this fear. And that is killing your poultry farming business. It's killing your business, it's killing your poultry farming business. Imagine you listening to 10 farmers at a spot because you just want to brood 25 pieces or you just want to brood 10 pieces of chicks, and it's killing your poultry farming business. You go and buy. I've seen a farmer, this is practical. I've seen a farmer who bought 10 different drugs, expensive drugs, very, very expensive. A farmer who has 15 chicks bought expensive drugs, drugs that even a farmer who have 1,000 birds will not even buy. You get it? Because of this fear. Because of this fear. You don't want to lose one chicks. You don't want to lose two chicks. And I understand every other person who goes into the business in order to make profit. But because of this fear, you accept everything that is being sold out to you, and it's killing your poultry farming business. It is really killing your poultry farming business. And it takes a lot to tell you what I'm telling you right now. That is not everything that you are being sold out to that you accept. Some people even take it, like some will even take advantage of you. Yes, some will take advantage of you if you are because of this fear. You come into Mr. A today, they will tell you Mr. B today. When they notice you that you are having this fear, they will start using these people that sell drugs in the shop. They'll start taking advantage of you. It takes a wide heart for you to come into a shop to buy drugs, and that person will tell you, this drugs you want to buy is not this one, it is A. So some of these people that sell these drugs in the shop, they are selling it, they are just there to making their profit. And if they see any farmer who is having this fear, They will take advantage of you. They can give you like 5 drugs to go home with, even when all those things are not going to help you, and they will still tell you to come back tomorrow to get more drugs. And it's not their fault. If you're a poultry farmer watching me right now, it is not your fault. It is because before you entered the business, you have been sold to a perspective that poultry farming business, any little thing will just kill your birds and thereabout. First of all, there's no such thing as birds that don't die. There is no such thing as a bird that don't die. Even human being too die. Iron too rust. So there's no such thing as I need a bird that don't die. No. So you coming into this business with this fear is what is affecting you. So even as an intermediate now, you've done the business for 10 years, you are still having this fear. You are still having this fear that no, this is going to affect my bird. What will I do to keep my bird safe and stuff like that? So as I was saying, so even as an intermediate who have been in the business before, if you face a little challenges, you'll be having fear. You know what to do, but you will still be having this fear that am I sure I'm doing the right thing? Am I sure I am passing through the right process? Why that your fear might be correct, it is not all correct. Is not all correct. As an intermediate who have been in the business for several years, I believe you might have learned some lessons. I believe you might have learned some things in the poultry industry that should give you edge in treating diseases or in being efficient in whatever you do as a poultry farmer. So even while you know this thing, because of the fear that have been sold to you, that have now been stored in your subconscious, you are not able to what do the right thing when you are being faced with challenges. Now the second part is what mindset. A lot of poultry farmers believe in drugs. Yes, don't get me wrong, drugs are really there to help you, but like I will always say, when things are done with understanding, a greater result is always achieved. A lot of poultry farmers, being it the beginner, the intermediate, and sometimes the pro, believes too much in drugs. While drugs are there to help you, drugs is not the primary option. Drugs is not primary when it comes to what? Poultry. Drugs is always secondary. I get in comment a lot of times that most times when farmers want to brood their day-old chicks, they'll be like, what drugs can I use for my chicks not to die? Yes. What do I need to put for them today not to die? While all those things are true, yes, drugs will help you in some aspects. Maybe they're having some diseases that have not shown. When you give them this drug, it will help reduce the impact or help eradicate the disease or whatever they are passing through at the moment. So drugs is really, really a helpful option, but it is not primary. Now they are afraid and they'll be like, what drugs do I need to give to my chickens? What drugs do I need to do for A and B? Why that is true, like I've said before, it is not what? Primary. I will expect an average farmer to ask me, what do I need to put in place for my day old chicks or for my chicks to strive well? What do I need to put in place? What are the things I need to know? Knowledge first. What are the things I need to know for my day old chicks to stay well, for my day old chicks to be active? So when you have this knowledge, you'll be able to balance whatever you are doing. You'll be able to balance between when to give your chicks drugs and when not to give your chicks drugs, or what your drugs or what drugs are meant for. Now, small scale poultry farmers, the beginners in poultry, they believe that okay, drugs is, in short, some of these poultry farmers, I'm sorry, it is not to insult, I say this with all due respect. Some of these poultry farmers, or some most beginners in poultry, do not even know the drugs, the benefit of the drugs they are using. They just believe in drugs. Now a chicken might be having a coccidiosis, you are giving an antibiotics. A chicken might be having paralysis, you are giving antibiotics. Now giving antibiotics, giving anticoccidiosis is not the key there. The key point there is you being able to know why you are giving these drugs, what these drugs is really meant for. You shouldn't be treating bacterial infection when you are having coccidiosis. You shouldn't be treating coccidial infection when you are having bacterial infection. So you shouldn't be giving antibiotics when your chickens need multivitamins. So even while they believe in these drugs, they still do not understand what drugs or what each drugs are meant for. In poultry business or in general, it is not one drug fits to all. For different antibiotics or for different drugs, they have targeted disease that they cure. Now, even while targeting a particular disease, you still need to understand more or go better in knowing how to treat these diseases. For example, you are treating coccidiosis. What type of coccidiosis is affecting your birds? Now, it might not be meant for you, the poultry farmer, to really understand them all, but what is that thing that will give you edge in being able to treat disease effectively? Now, in treating diseases, it is not all about giving drugs. It's not all about giving drugs. It's about checking the immune level of your birds. That is one. It's about doing the right thing, your biosecurity, putting every necessary things that need to be in place, keeping a good sanitation practice, making sure that you are checking your birds every now and then, making sure that you are understanding them. Yes, it pays more to stay in your pen to observe your birds a lot of times to know what is really going wrong. It pays more to observe your birds. Yes, it pays a lot. If you come into your pen, even if your birds are not sick, still well to observe them. For every observation, every 15 minutes of observation, you will learn a thing as a poultry farmer, and that will give you edge over time. So like I've discussed before, the first thing that makes us fail or that cause us not to really succeed is what? Fear. And second is what? Dependence on antibiotics. We believe that antibiotics will really help us, neglecting the right thing to do. So if you neglect the primary thing, antibiotics will only help you to a point. It will get to a point, still too much of antibiotics will start causing you, instead of the antibiotic to help you, it will become a disadvantage to you as a what? A poultry farmer. So it will get to a point, antibiotics will not work again. There's a point your bird will get to, no antibiotics will work for you again. And that is the point we'll start calling poultry farmers, or we'll start calling fellow farmers. What do you think I can do? This my bird is dying already. It is dying before your birds reach got to the point of you shouting. Something have been happening to the bird system, just that we do not pay much attention to know what is wrong to attack it at the beginning. And I will tell you that if your bird gets to that point of losing its life, please give multivitamin or give anything that will help boost the immunity before what? Antibiotic. Have we observed that sometimes when our birds are sick and is the bird is really weak, immediately after giving this bird an antibiotics, at that spot of giving antibiotics, you notice that your birds will lose its life, your birds will die. So this is just it. First of all, if you are that farmer that is having fear, go out of that fear. Just as every other business is risky, poultry also is risky, but it's not as risky as you were being taught. There's nothing in life that is not risky. Every other thing is risky. So that is it. Go out of that fear. Secondly, go out of that perspective of antibiotics first. No, you get in your day old chicks, give them multivitamin, give them anti-stress, give them something that will help boost their immunity. Focus on their immune level. This is just the entirety of my discussion today. Focus on your best immune level and do not allow that fear that have been sold to you to affect you, because subconsciously, even when you become a pro in the poultry space, it will still affect you. And my brothers, my fellow farmers, please pray. Yes, pray. If you are getting your day chicks, any day you are getting your day chicks, pray. If you have them in your pen, pray. Whatever you do, pray. This is one hard truth that farmers will not tell you. Pray. Prayer is necessary. It is essential. It is part of the business. Pray. Whatever God you serve, pray. 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 Thank you for watching this video. This is Abraham Agrovision. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, you subscribe. If you are on TikTok, you're on Facebook, you are on Instagram, our names are the same. Abraham Agrovision. On Google, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and anywhere you can search us, our names are the same. Abraham Agrovision. So do well to also tell me what you feel might be the cause of some losses, or why some poultry farmers still fail, or what you think about whatever I have discussed. Please let us know in the comments. Catch you up in the next video. Bye.